What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cam, man. Back at you with another one. It's the Just Shooting the Shit podcast. You know what I'm saying? We back at you with another one, man. And it's been a long time, man. This is actually the first video we're ever doing face to face. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for joining me, man. Initially we were doing, what I'm saying, the gaming and, just the commentary, but a lot of people was telling me that they prefer to actually see, what I'm saying, my face, and they would like to see and hear me talk, what I'm saying, instead of just having me, halfway focused while trying to play the game and talk to people, you know what I'm saying? So, that's what we're here for, man. Today is 420, so happy 420 to everybody, man. While you're watching this video, go ahead and hit your blunt one time. You know what I'm saying? If you don't smoke, it's cool. Don't do drugs, kids. We love all forms of life here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, hey, this is hopefully gonna be the new setup, man. I'm just right now we going straight off the phone. You know what I'm saying? We going grind mode with it. Your boy's in the process of trying to actually get some equipment so I can start setting up and actually, recording and, bringing better quality to it. If this is something I want to do, I got to bring better quality to it, So today, man, the conversation that we're going to have today, let me pull out my notes. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much know what it is, but I just want to make sure I give y'all what I wrote down. It was basically the differences between a bad bitch and a woman. And I also had another one of the difference between a real nigga and a real man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the difference as well. Today we are starting off with the difference between a bad bitch and a real woman. So what are the differences? So let's break down what each of them are. A bad bitch, is a woman, and this came from this came from the Cam Newton interview that he did with $1 Million Worth of Game. So he was saying how a bad bitch is a woman who looks the part but can't play the part. And I feel that was pretty much the basis of it, simply because I've had, as far as me being in relationships, I haven't had, excuse my English, I haven't had too many relationships, but I've had my fair share of women. I've dealt with whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? We all have as human. So, I can say, man, about, in my experience, 85% of women just look the part and can't play the part. You know what I'm saying? About 85%. And I'll say the same thing for men. That comes from a lot of us not having examples and not knowing what to properly do, to how to properly love. That's one thing we was never taught, how to actually love people. So a bad bitch is, a woman who, she wants to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Everything needs to be done for her. The man, he's the sole provider. Everything is his job. This is his duty. Whatever may come up, he needs to fix it. And, to an extent, that is the case. You know what I'm saying? That is very much so the case. But at the same time, if you're in a union with someone, this has to be a thing of me and you. If you're in a union, there's no longer just me or you're doing for me. Now we're doing for each other, which is the mindset that a woman should have. You know what I'm saying? And, so let's go back. So a bad bitch, what does she want? You know what I'm saying? If we gonna look at in today's society, we're not going off of what we seen our parents go through and things like that. We're going off what we see today. Bad bitches want G-Wagons, Birkins, what else they want? Y'all can leave me something in the comments. They want APs, bust down. You know what I'm saying? What else they want? I mean, shit. You name it. Alexander Wang. You know what I'm saying? Red bottoms. I mean, I'm trying to go through the list. They want Fashion Nova sponsors and ain't doing nothing for sponsors. Like they just want everything handed to them, and they want the finer things in life, but they don't understand that what it takes to get to those things. Really, the average man is a working man, so you can't expect extraordinary things, and you're not even an extraordinary person. Now, granted, it's people all the time who are blessed by people with money who don't have it. But again, that's a bad thing to even have to do for someone, because at the same time, if you just gifting to someone and they don't understand how to work for something, you're hindering them too. You know what I'm saying? So that's not. And yes, sometimes, like I said, there's nothing wrong with giving someone a love offering, but sometimes you giving a person so much and so big of some things, you can hinder them, and that's a serious thing. We have people in life who we do stuff for, and we may not even realize it, but we're hurting them more than we're helping them. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime, as we all know, I'm not rich. Anytime I get into a bind, man, no matter if I borrow some money from my mom or my dad, my friends, whoever it may be, I say, hey, you know, are you loaning me this? Are you just giving me this? Or like, like, do I have to pay this back? What is it? Whatever it is, that's fine. I just need to know before we get to it. Because everybody doesn't, some people don't mind giving to you, and that's just what it be. Especially, I know how my parents are. You know what I'm saying? So, but I make sure that is understood with everybody. Well, first of all, let me say this. If I'm asking to borrow something, I will say, hey, I need woo, 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 woo. I can give it back to you. I don't got it right now. I can give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? If you can, you can't. Whatever the case may be, that's what it is. Maybe that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you should attack problems. You know what I'm saying? Or just, with anything. I know I'm just rambling, but hey, we just shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? But that is, you know what I'm saying, how you should, attack those issues. You know what I'm saying? Always being clear, always being open with what's going on and how it needs to be handled. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the situation, even in business or in life, it's the same thing. Back to a bad bitch. So, excuse me. So a bad bitch's mindset, as I just said, is more so, I want things done for me. You know what I'm saying? But what is a bad bitch characteristics? A bad bitch characteristics, sometimes, hey, because I'm gonna tell you like this. People can put on a front, and people can put on a front for a very long time, and that's stuff that we have to, as we get older, we begin to see and we begin to understand, and we begin to, differentiate from what somebody is doing to try to get something and what somebody is trying to do just to, out the kindness of their heart. So, just for an example, I had a chick I was talking to a while back. I'll call her Sarah just for the sake of the video. Me and Sarah worked together. You know what I'm saying? Sarah, okay, that's another story about Sarah, about how me and Sarah actually started talking, because it's another long story. But so me and Sarah, so I began to, try to sway Sarah. You know what I'm saying? I tried to, get her to like me and, want to be with me and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Young nigga shit. I might have been around this time like 17, 18. I'm 25 now. So, well, I'm 24. I'll be 25 in July. So I was about 17, 18 at that time, So trying to woo, or whatever you want to say. So in the process of me doing that, I'm trying to take her out, trying to do little things for her, pull up on her, spend time with her, things like that. However, and I'm not even going to say, I can't even put this on her per se, because she did tell me that it wasn't what she wanted, but also in me trying to woo her, I was just doing stuff for her. You know what I'm saying? Now, I said earlier, it'll hinder the girl, but in all honesty, this was hindering me. It was hindering both of us, actually. It was hindering both of us. So, because for one, I was doing this to myself, because I was actually, like, I'm doing stuff for this girl. She told me how she felt initially, but I'm still trying to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what my insecurities came in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still trying to compensate, even though you've already told me. I should have just cut it off right there. You know what I'm saying? But the girl, being who she was like, he liked me. I'm gonna keep letting him do it. You know what I'm saying? But who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? I can understand it. Was it correct? No, but it wasn't correct on either side. But to continue, so trying to woo or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sarah winds up going to college. She comes home from college. I don't go. Well, I'm in school too, but I'm not. I don't go to university or whatever. So she comes home sometimes. She comes home on weekends. I try to, go see her, spend time with her, bring her some food, things like that. She a college student. You know what I'm saying? I'm halfway a college student, so it's cool. However, it gets to a point to where, you know, I guess you could say I was really trying to prove myself to. I'm not for sure if that's what I was. I'm not for sure if that was really what I was doing, or if I was just, being who I was, being myself, being, doing the things that I saw my father do to my mom. But that'll bring me to my point later, as in how everybody doesn't deserve everything we can do for them. You know what I'm saying? So it comes to a point to where Christmas comes around, she comes home, I bring her a gift. I bought her a little ring, Pandora ring, you know what I'm saying? Take it to her, you know what I'm saying? She loves it or whatever, she likes the ring. About 3 or 4 days later, she calls me. No, I'm lying. She texts me. She's a long, drawn out message saying, that she thinks she's with she thinks she likes someone, and she thinks this might be the one, and she knows that I like her, and she hopes that she thought I would have found me someone by now, and all the woo woo woo. So long story short, you don't want to fuck with me, cool. And I hate this. At that point, I couldn't tell at that time by someone's actions that they wasn't fucking with me. Somebody had to tell me, and I hated I was like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I allowed people to run over me for so long. You know what I'm saying? And until so, but yeah, so that was a situation I had to go through. You can say with a bad bitch. Sarah was bad. Sarah had them yams on her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look here. I know you see these cheeks and this hair right now, but look, your boy stepper. I don't give a damn what nobody say. You hear me? But look, so yeah, that's my experience with one of my bad. I could tell you a few bad bitch stories, but that's just one of my experiences with one of them, man. But I can also tell you experiences with the woman that I was dealing with, and I was doing some things that may have not been doing correctly. For this one, we'll call Susie. Now, before we even get into that story, let's go into the mind of a woman now, because we kind of gave you in the mind of a bad bitch. Let's go into the mind of a woman. Now, what is a woman? How can you describe a woman? What is a real woman? Because that is a misconception with a lot of things. It can be a misconception with a bad bitch too, but maybe that's another point for another time. So for a woman, let's go into a woman's mindset. A woman's mindset is not saying that nowadays when people say submissive, they think you're supposed to do everything a man say do, and that's not the case. Because nobody wants you to be a pushover. You know what I'm saying? A real man doesn't want a pushover. A real man wants a woman that's just as strong as he is. So when I say be submissive, what we're saying is, can you trust me to lead? Do you believe in me enough to let me lead you down a way that I know will be correct for us? Regardless of whether they go good or bad, because this is life. But do you trust me enough to allow me to lead you? That is what being submissive really means. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we're getting into a mindset of a woman. A woman is a submissive woman. She's a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? She's very headstrong. It's a very misconception that just submissive means being a follower. It does, like being we're in this day and age where we're so caught up in what it sounds like most of the time. Most people don't look to understand what it is. Because there's nothing wrong with being submissive. Our grandmothers were submissive. Some of our mothers were submissive. So there's nothing wrong with being submissive. It's the problem with being submissive to the wrong people. On both ends, men and women. So that's when the problem comes into, like I say, just in life and how we deal with people. You know what I'm saying? I've had experience of you know what I'm saying, I live with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to have both of my parents in the home. So for me to have both of my parents in the home, I got to see how a man is supposed to act. I also got to see how a woman is supposed to act. I saw how a man is supposed to treat his wife, being submissive to his wife. And I also seen how a woman was supposed to be submissive to her husband and supposed to give to her husband. It's yin and yang. It's two sides of every coin. We're supposed to give to each other to make this thing whole. And that's really the key of life. And that's what most people in today's society forget. Most people today are one-sided. So that's why we continue to be, that's why things are continuous to be bad or fucked up, whatever you want to call it. I don't necessarily know how all these YouTube guidelines and everything work. I really don't know how much I can and can't curse, because I'm a cursor. Curse like a sailor, you know what I'm saying? With us doing more, you know what I'm saying, getting more in tune. I've been talking for 15 minutes, don't even seem like it. Hey man, this your boy first video. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I appreciate y'all checking in, man, for those who do check in. But yeah, man, so it's like I got to see both sides of the coin and how it, how it's supposed to work. I saw the good sides of it. I saw the bad sides of it. I saw the ugly sides of it. I saw the beautiful sides of it. I've seen all sides of the coin, but that also means that I attack situations differently than how most people do, because most people have not had the liberty of seeing that every day on a day-to-day basis. Most people seeing that either from a single parent household or, even some two-parent households are not good households. I was blessed to have a two-parent strong household. You know what I'm saying? That's a big difference. Like these days, it takes a village. How they say it takes a village, it does. It truly does. It takes the people around you, not only the ones that are in the house, but the ones that are around you, to lead you to where you're supposed to go. Because a lot of people can lead you astray. A lot of people have fucked up ways. A lot of people have been through fucked up situations. We can't always be so quick to judge people based on what we see at that moment, at that point in time, because we don't know what led that person to this point. I believe it's a quote on my Instagram. I believe it's 40% of black women have experienced sexual assault or something like that. 40%, some high number. I believe it's 40. If it's higher than 40, that just makes it worse. But I believe it's 40% of black women that have experienced sexual assault. So most people have experienced fucked up situations. So and if we gonna really be keeping a whole 100 when it comes to sexual, women being molested and things like that, most women don't talk about it. So if it is 40%, it might be higher than 40%. So, like I say, man, it's things like that also add to this conversation of bad bitch and a woman, because most people feel like when they go through certain things, well, everybody, when we go through certain things, we don't want to feel that way again. So we're gonna do whatever we need to make sure we don't feel like that again. And that is not saying that, what we have been through does not build us into who we are. But we can't let what we've been through create a mask for us. You know what I'm saying? We still have to be who we are regardless of what we go through. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you ain't a bad bitch. But a bad bitch don't make a woman. Well, I might have said that wrong. I might have to come back on that. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman can be a bad bitch. But a bad bitch can't always be a woman, because you got to know when to turn it off and when to turn it on. Same thing with a man. You could be a real nigga can be a real man, but a real nigga can't always be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand when to turn some shit off, when to turn it on. And I might be saying it wrong. Don't quote me. I'm just starting off. We just trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying? This just the beginning. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, when we going through life, man, we have to understand when to turn some things on, when to turn some things off. We have to always be able to think in this life that we're in, man, because shit, the world is forever changing. It's forever growing. Now we're in the age of NFTs and, the digital age. Bro, 20 years ago, it's 2002. We still had flip phones. We ain't had iPhones, bro. 20 years ago, I couldn't even do what I'm doing right now. I couldn't even set my phone up and begin to record myself off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least in the public eye, I couldn't. We never know. But in the public, we cannot do that. So it's like, man, we're forever growing. Time is, man, waits for no man. And we just consistently moving, and it's crazy. And you know, it's beautiful at the same time, because with the times continuing to grow, we have to continue to grow, and it forces us to grow. And if we don't grow, we get left behind, man. So, and I honestly feel like that's a part of me, you know what I'm saying, starting this podcast to try to, I know I kind of, you know, wavered. I wavered off the subject. I'll get better. But, you know, part of me doing this podcast, man, is me really trying, I guess, step out of my comfort zone and stop procrastinating so much. And, you know, like I say, stuff doesn't it doesn't happen overnight. But, man, we trying to get there, man. But it's really trying to push me to doing, you know, things that make me uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I didn't even kind of stick on to the topic of bad bitches, the difference between bad bitches and women. But I kind of went into it a little bit. That is something that in previous videos, people have been telling me that I need to work on. So I feel like I stayed on topic pretty good, but I could have did better. So it's all about just getting better, man. So I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in, man. Whoever checked this video out, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. Turn that bell on so y'all see anytime I post something. The other day, I posted like a video when I was working out. I want to start doing some workout videos too. You see your boy done got a little fat again. Them forearms ain't as lean as they used to be. So it's time for me to get back on it too, man. It's 2022, man, and like I say, man, we getting older, man. It's so beautiful just seeing how life is coming, where life is going, and it's like, man, you know, what are we gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? It's all about moving on to the next thing and not just trying to stay stagnant, but always trying to continue to move forward. So it's beautiful to see, man. And I'm, you know, at this point in my life, I feel like I'm still trying to figure stuff out. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to see what I can lead myself to. You know what I'm saying? I got all these ideas in my head of what I want to do and things like that. So it's like I'm really trying to see, like, man, if I put some effort into some of these things, what can I turn into? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's one thing that, you know, we need to preach to our kids. I feel like I didn't always feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we trying to get to it, man. We just trying to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep mobbing. You know what I'm saying? We just doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in to the Just Shooting the Shit podcast, man. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to turn that bell on for anything I post. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Peace, man. Y'all stay black.